Hi, everyone. Welcome to my weekly Facebook Live. My name is Laura Milligan. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I normally go live every Monday at 1 p.m. So if you're there, give me a shout out, say hello, and we will get started here in just a minute. This is the almost the end of February. The last day is tomorrow, which is so hard to believe. And so, of course, celebration is ending tomorrow. So, a couple things. If you place a $50 order or a $100 order, you qualify for free celebration products. I've been talking about them all month long, and I know that a lot of you have already put an order or several orders in, which of course I'm very grateful for that. We have an amazing join special. I've been a demonstrator for 23 years, and I will say I think this is one of the best join specials that we've ever had. Even if you just love all the products, can't get enough of stamping, that's actually the reason why I signed up. I just wanted to stamp all the time. I couldn't get enough of it. You don't have to run a business. You don't have to sell things. You don't have to do what I do. You can just enjoy the fun and creativity. And there are so many perks of being a demonstrator. And so I'm going to flip my camera down in a minute and point out a couple things to you in the celebration brochure. So if you're there, say hello. Give me a shout out. Let me see who's joining. I'm actually sort of on time today. It doesn't always work that way. I'm usually like maybe 5 minutes late till I go live. But okay, there's Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. Colleen, Ann, Susie, I think we're good. Okay. And I see Marva did fun. Okay. There we go. Oh, I had something new pop up. I didn't know what it was. Anyway, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I am going to go ahead and flip my view down now. And let me go to new comments. Okay. So, hi Marcia, how are you? Happy Monday, everyone. It is kind of a rainy day here in Canton, Ohio. We don't have the sun shining, but we're going to make some sunshine in our stamping room today, right? With our crafting and stamping. So these are the two cards that I made last week. I got such great response from these. I think people are loving these cards and this bundle. It is called the Two-Tone Flora bundle. It is a stamp set and beautiful dies, including this very intricate die. I last week I talked about different tips for how to get this detailed die to cut out relatively easily. So I always give these cards away, the cards that I make, and you can qualify to be entered into the drawing just by leaving a comment or sharing my Facebook Live. So this is going to Cheryl Merzenich. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, Cheryl, but I do not have your address. You are new to me. So if you see this and want to message me or email me your address, I will get this card out in the mail to you. And then the other one I made is this one, Grateful for the Everyday Magic of You. I love that expression. And this is going to Marianne Campbell. So Marianne, I do have your address, so I will get that out to you, if not today, in tomorrow's mail. Okay, then I got some fun cards in the mail this past week. This one is from Debbie, and she usually is watching, so I don't know if you're on yet, Debbie, but she made me a card featuring the queen bee. I love how she did the wings behind, like up a little bit and behind with the crown and the beautiful color. It's a fun fold. So look how cute that is. Thank you, Debbie. You know I love this card. Okay, and then I got another one. This is from my demonstrator development manager for our region in the United States, Elizabeth Balville. She's adorable, and she made me this card because I have earned the latest incentive trip that we're working towards, and it's to an all-inclusive resort in Mexico. So that'll be like over a year from now, but I thought this was very, very clever. I love the congratulations and how she put the sombrero on the top of that. I thought that was super cute. Okay, so today, let me just pull in my celebration brochure again. And today and tomorrow, you have 2 days left. If you haven't gotten what you wanted from this catalog for free, the time is now. And I have shown so many things. This is it's called Beautifully Happy. With a $100 purchase, you can get this stamp set for free. You know, I love this Favored Flowers paper. It's so much better in person, I will say. Beautiful set. I actually did a class on that. Great word set, sending support. Just a nice uplifting set of words. You know, I love the farm paper. I did some really cute cards with those. The Dainty Flowers, unfortunately, has sold out. Hopefully you were lucky enough to get a pack of that. The carrots are adorable, and as well as the adorable owls. Those are stamp sets. And I wanted to show you in the back, just briefly, I want to talk about our Join special. There are 3 different options, and like I said, I've been a demonstrator for almost 23 years, and I think this is the best Join option we've ever had. Basically, you would be signing up as a demonstrator and joining my team. I have demonstrators all across the United States. They are wonderful women and so talented and super nice, and we would love to have you join us. But the 3 options include this new boho blue mini cut and emboss machine, which is a sneak peek of our upcoming in colors that will be revealed in the next catalog that comes out. But you get this machine, and then you get to choose an additional $175 in product for only $129. So the machine and $175 of product, anything you want, blends, ink pads, paper trimmer, dies, bundles, anything for $129. And you don't pay shipping on that either. Option 2 is the same as number 1, except that instead of getting the boho blue mini, you get the white mini. Which is the more traditional one that is in our current product line. But I got to tell you, I love this blue. And then option 3 is if you don't want, maybe you already have a mini cut and emboss machine, you can, option number 3 is for your choice of $175 in Stampin' Up! Product for only $99. So that is also an amazing deal. I know I have a couple people, some of you I think are even watching, who are trying to decide if they want to take advantage of this. And what I've been telling people is, why not? Take it for a test run, give it a try. You may find that you love it. And, you know, I never thought that 23 years later I would still be doing this and loving it as much, if not more, than I did all those years ago. So give it a try. It's something to think about. So today I have some new products that I'm going to share with you. These will be released on March 1st. And they are called online exclusives. These are not going to be in any of our catalogs. They are an out-of-publication product. They're out-of-publication products, and you will only be able to see them in my online store. So if you go to my online store, you will see a tab for online exclusives. These will start on March 1st. So if you go there now, you won't see them. But I have a couple projects that I'm going to share with you today. And Sherry and I actually have designed a beautiful class that will be I'm releasing mine on March 1st as well. These dies and the bundle is amazing. They're different than anything we've ever had. I'm super excited about them. And so you might want to take a look at my email on Wednesday that you will be offering this class. So the thing that I'm going to be focusing on today is the Hello Irresistible Suite Collection, and it's $74.50. And with that, you get a bundle, some beautiful DSP, and some loose frosted dots. So I'm going to pull those up so you can see them in person. There are some other additional things that they have shown us that will be part of these online exclusives, with more coming. They said that on March 1st, when we go to that online store and click on online exclusives, there will be other things added as well. I don't know what they are. They haven't told us, so I guess we'll all be surprised. But let me just show you in person, because I think it's always easier to see. So this is the stamp set. Beautiful floral images, and then like a little textury fleck, that's what I call it, stamp. Some good words. Hello, hooray, it's your day. I couldn't be happier to have you as my friend. Thank you, and I like you. And then these are the dies. And as usual, these are, I would say, are the star of the show. This die, look how cool it's this long strip. I'm going to be using that today in one of the cards I'm making. And then this one, it's almost like a wreath. Let's see if I can get it off my magnet sheet. There we go. It's a wreath, but it has all these little dots and just fun little detail. And then you have some leaf dies. You have dies for the flowers and the leaves that are in the stamp set, and also some of these are on the designer paper, so really cool. Let me show you these are right here. These are the loose frosted dots. I'm going to be using these today as well. Look how pretty these colors are. They're just fun and sparkly. And then let me show you the designer paper. And as always, Stampin' Up, they are so good at just making up gorgeous, gorgeous designer series papers. So this is one of the patterns, and this is the only piece I have left. I've used this on another project that I've been working on, so I only have this little piece to show you. But it has the flowers, and these, I think this is the one. Yeah, this one coordinates with the paper, so I love when that happens. You can just cut it right from the paper. And then let me just show you the rest. I do have, this is 6x6 paper, and what was interesting in this were the colors. And you know what, I don't think I have the backing. Let me see if I can find it. The backing of the papers. Oh wait, you know what, I think it might be, I thought I had it. Maybe I don't. Could be on my desk. Anyway, Flirty Flamingo, Petal Pink, Daffodil Delight, and then Pretty Peacock is coming back, and Lost Lagoon. So they surprised us with bringing back two colors that we have seen before that have been retired. Here it is. So it's Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, and Soft Sea Foam. And so you will see those colors. I'm just going to go through. You get 4 of each of these designs. This kind of mimics the die that I showed you. Some leaves. Isn't that pretty? The colors are so pretty. More leaves. And these leaves, there are dies that you can cut these with. And don't we love when we can cut things directly from the designer series paper? I know I do. So you can see that, and then there's a little 3-leaf that you can do. This, love this pattern. Isn't that pretty? And you know, the paper's always so much better when you can see it in person. Here's a sheet, another sheet with flowers that you can die cut with the dies, a large and a small one. Love this. Love that. This is the one I have that in here twice. I'll set that aside. And then this, and again, these leaves can be cut from the dies. And then let me show you the backs of these. So they call this the A side, and then the B side are just softer patterns, almost like a watercolor look, or they remind me of clouds. Pretty. So that's just a quick look at all of the papers. Love, love, love the papers. And this here is this Pretty Peacock color that's going to be coming back. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start with my first project, and let me get my parts and pieces out. I'm using a Flirty Flamingo card base. And I've already done the die cutting for these. Just, I don't know, it kind of streamlines the time for my Facebook Lives, and I thought you might maybe appreciate that. But I always say, if you don't know how to use our Stampin' Cut and Emboss, please ask me, because I'm happy to go into detail. Okay, so I have started with a quarter sheet. It is 4 by 5 1/4, and I have taken one of the deckled rectangle dies and just positioned this here and cut that out, and that's how I got this little deckled edge. So that's going to be on my card front. And then here is this really cool die. I love this. Isn't that neat? Look at the detail. Let me hold it up so you look at how, isn't that fun? It's so different than anything we've had. I couldn't wait to try this and cut it out. I have a little piece of the designer paper, and that is going to be placed right behind my frame, which is 4 by 5 1/4. So I cut it just, you can see it's just a titch, maybe 1/8 of an inch or so smaller, so that I can position that without the background, without the paper showing beyond the edge of the frame. This is going to be for my inside. It also is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have some leaves that I've die cut right from, that is soft seafoam. I love that color. And then I have a little word panel that is from the Stylish Shapes dies. Okay, so let's get started. This is my Flirty Flamingo base, and I'm going to set that aside and let's start working on this part. So what I'm going to do is, well, you know what, I might as well do my stamping first. So I'm going to take this little word panel and I'm using Flirty Flamingo ink. And I'm just going to stamp this here, just kind of centering that, like that. Okay. And I'm going to bring in my Stamp and Scrub because I want to clean this. I'm using this on the next card that I'm going to make as well. Yeah, so Sherry and I am so excited about the projects that we designed. I think you are going to love it. It's one that's not to be missed. I know a lot of people have really been enjoying the card classes that we do, and we're so appreciative of that. And I literally send my classes to go all over the United States, which is really, really fun. Okay, so I'm going to start with this fancy new die, and I'm going to flip this over and get out my glue. This panel is going to end up being popped up with some dimensionals, but I'm going to just put a little glue here and a little glue here. It's probably more than I need. I think it is. I'm going to scrape a little bit of that off. Okay. All right. So then this, I'm just going to line this up here at the top. And just get that position. I'm going to give that a quick press. Whoops, that's going to go there. You know what, I'm going to pick this up and move it over a little bit. Don't want it quite that close to the edge, although it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we have it there. That looks better. Just like that. And then what I'm going to do is just kind of run my hand down this so that it's flat, and then give it a press to stick down there. Just like that. So it's going to be like that. Isn't that fun? And then I'll just take my paper snips and just kind of cut this so that it's even with that white panel, or even a little shorter so that it doesn't show. Okay, so there we have that. And then what I'm going to do is take my dimensionals, and look at this. I have a brand new sheet of dimensionals. Usually when I do these Facebook Lives, I'm like scurrying around trying to find my dimensionals, and when I find them, there's almost no dimensionals on it, but I have a full brand new piece today, which is fun. Okay, so I'm going to put these across here. That's going to help hold this in place as well as pop up this panel. So I'm going to put dimensionals all around this. This is called the Irresistible Blooms bundle that I'm using for those of you just tuning in. And this will be available Monday. It's not a catalog publication. It is going to be on the online store under online exclusives. So it's something new that Stampin' Up's trying, and I think it's going to be great. So I'm going to pull these off. There's one more. I think I've got the rest of them in. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to put this on this piece of designer paper. Get these scraps out of the way here. And I'm just going to position this over this panel like that. And I'll just give that a press. Okay, and then this will go on my card front. And this is just going to go right on there like that. Isn't that pretty? We're not done yet, but I think it's really pretty already. Okay, I'm going to get my glue and just go ahead and attach this to the card front. Flirty Flamingo. Okay, so that's going to be there like that. Give that a press so that sticks. Then I'm just going to take my hello, and I have a piece of, this is petal pink ribbon, and I wish you were here to feel this because it's like velvety. Is it called velvet? It's just called, well, I don't know what the full name is, but I know the color's petal pink, but it literally feels like velvet. It's so soft. And I'm just going to put a piece of this across here. Like this. Just going to go from there over to there like that. And I think what I'm going to do is put a glue dot behind that and maybe at the end just to hold that in place. Oops. Hope y'all had a good weekend. We had a very nice weekend, I will say. It went fast, but it was good. Okay, so I'm going to put this across here and then just pull this and just press that down there, and that's going to secure that. And then I'm going to take my two leaves. These are soft seafoam, and you know, I sometimes forget about this color, but it's so pretty, and I've kind of pledged to myself that I'm going to use it more often. I just think it's so pretty. So I'm going to put a glue dot on one of these to start. And then just offset them like this. And they are going to rest right down here like that. I'm going to go ahead and put them on the back of my words, so I will do that with a glue dot as well. And just position that behind here like that. That looks good. I'm going to turn it a little bit. I'm going to move it down a little bit actually, so it doesn't stick off the edge of my card. We don't want that, do we? So that's going to be about like that. And then I'm just going to put some dimensionals on the back here. Just put two like that. And that's going to go just right there like that. Make sure it's straight. Okay, so we have that there. And then to finish this, I'm going to use a couple of these loose frosted dots. And I thought I would pull from the yellow. And a couple ways you can attach these. They don't have glue dots on the back, but you can either put a glue dot on them or you could put a dab of your liquid glue to attach them. I think what I'll do is, I've done it both ways. I think for now, I'm going to just go ahead and use a glue dot. So I'm just going to pick them up, and I like to press them right onto the glue dot. And I'm going to use, here's a little yellow one. I'm going to use 3 different ones, and I'm going to just sort of nestle this inside this cute little die. I think, if I can get these. Yeah. Put that on there. Now this one is quite a bit large, or quite a bit smaller than the glue dot, but what I do is I just kind of scrunch it up and make it work. And I think, yeah, there are 3 different sizes of these gems in this packet, so I have 1 of each. So I'm going to just take this and just kind of scrunch up the glue dot like that. And I'm just going to put these, I'll put 1 there. Just going to tuck these into the that die. Same thing for this one. Just going to scrunch it up because I don't want any sticky part going beyond the edge. And that one I'll just tuck up here, maybe right there, like that. And then once you have it down, you can sort of push in the glue dot as well, like that. And then the bigger one, just put that, you know what, I think I'm going to put that over here. There we go. Let me move this one down a little bit. I don't want them to be even. I want them to be a little bit offset there. So there we go. So there's the front of our card. So pretty. Isn't it pretty? And this die, I tell you, it's the showstopper, isn't it? I think it's so, so pretty. So then on the inside, we're just going to do a 4 by 5 1/4 panel, and I have a little piece of the designer paper. This was left over from this piece when I cut it, so I thought, why not put it on the inside? So I'm just going to put that right there, like that. And then there's all kinds of different words in this set, but I think I'll put, I couldn't be happier to have you as my friend. And it's so true. I'm so glad you all are my friends. Okay, so let's just put that, make sure I don't have it upside down. Okay, there we are. I couldn't be happier to have you as my friend. So let's go ahead and attach this. Okay, so there's our first card. So and I see people saying, beautiful, gorgeous. I agree. Isn't it pretty? I just think it's beautiful and different. And of course, the designer paper with Stampin' Up! Is always amazing. So, okay, that's my first card. I have one other one that I want to show you. And I couldn't do this. I couldn't showcase this bundle without showcasing this big circular die. Let me pull it in here. Without this die. So my next card is going to feature that. So let's see. Here's my packet. Okay. So these are my parts and pieces, and oh, I better put a lid on these, because if you bump these, that is not going to be fun. If I bump them, that's not going to be fun, I should say. Okay, so my parts and pieces for this piece of designer paper was actually stamped with Fleur de Flamingo ink onto the back of one of the pieces of designer paper, and it's this one. And this is a different stamp. This is the larger stamp, which I've done that with, and I can use these die cuts because they coordinate with the stamp. So this is the larger one. I think it goes it goes that way. There's the larger one. And then there's also a small one, which is the one that I have already stamped and die cut because I'm going to be using that on this card. So that is right from the designer paper. I just stamped on it. Put that away. And then I have a couple more leaves. These are soft succulent. And then I have a little strip. It's like 1/2 inches wide by 3 3/4, and that's what I'll stamp my words on. And then my card base. This is my panel that I'm going to use on the front. Let me see if I can hold this so that you can see. This is a new embossing folder, and this is also going to be part of the online exclusives. And let me show you those. This is a set of 3 different embossing folders, 3D, so the really deep embossing folders. And these are going to be part of the online exclusives. You get all 3 of these for $30. So that's $10 each. And let me just show, there's this one that I used today. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see these. That one, this one, which is super cute, and then a polka dot. And don't we all just love polka dots? Okay, so that I used one of those. It's almost like a crosshatch or something, just like a real delicate little pattern. So got that. This is 3 3/4 inch square. It's a white panel, and I've already die cut, and there, look how cool that is. So again, that was done with this. It comes out really easily. It's not hard to get this to pop, you know, the little parts and pieces to pop out. It worked really, really well. So let's get started and put this card together. So Susie says, Laura, do color the flower stamps in your class? Not with blends or anything like that. I know that on one of the cards that Sherry did, she has stamped, and I think she's used like a blending brush and an ink pad to add color to them. But as far as like adding color to them, no. I used the stamps as they were. All right, so let's start. We're going to put this panel on first with our new embossing folder. I will say I buy every single embossing folder that Stampin' Up! Ever comes out with. I just love every single one, and I think it steps up your project just to have this little texture, even if it's white on white. And you know, I love white cards. I love white on white. And that's kind of what this is, with a pop of the Flirty Flamingo. All right, so next I'm going to take my square with this amazing die cut. Oh, wait, before I do that, whoops. Okay, so I'm going to take, this is that little fleck stamp, texture stamp. I probably could do this either way, but I'm going to stamp. Well, you know what? I'm going to just hold this. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, I got to be careful. But I'm going to ink this up with Flirty Flamingo ink and get this position. And I'm just going to fleck stamp this one time lightly in there just to add, maybe twice, just to add some color back there. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop this up. So I'm going to put some more dimensionals on this. Okay, I'm going to put this on here. I'm just going to center that like that. And then I'm going to, I guess I'll stamp next. This is my little word panel. I'm going to do hello again this time, and I could do it in the Flirty Flamingo, but this time I did it with black, tuxedo black. And you know what, I'm going to reach up. I see I'm missing my black baker's twine. I'm going to ink this up real good because the letters are pretty solid. I'm going to stamp it once just to make sure it's okay. Let's see. Okay, so let's do this. This is going to be, oh, I got to flip it over because I touched it. Got ink on it. Okay, this is going to be here. Just like the, oh boy, you know what? I'm going to do it. Actually, you know what? I have extra of these strips. I have, look at this. I have these strips when I cut my paper for the center of my, for like the inside panel of my card. I cut them 4 by 5 1/4, and I end up with these long strips. And so that's what I use oftentimes. Let me see if I can put that a little bit lower. That's still high. You know what? Hold on. I'm not going to give up. No, I think I don't have a big enough piece for this is what I think is going on. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to recut this because I have white paper here. Let me pull out a strip. Do I have my paper trimmer here? No, but you know what? Okay, so let's just pretend. Oh wait, here's my paper trimmer. Thank you. By the magic of television, I now have my paper trimmer, and that's because my friend Renee is here helping me. She's working today. If you hear any noise in the background, we are a busy working studio. There's always something going on. We're always prepping for something, and yes. So let me bring my sample in here. Let me see how wide this is. Well, it says 1/2 inch, but I'm going to cut it a little bit bigger than that. I'm going to cut it about like that. I'll give myself an extra little 1/8 of an inch. Okay. So she's here prepping some things for me, and so she came to my rescue and brought me my paper trimmer. Okay, let's try this again. So we're going to do this. And it's perfect. Okay. So then I'm going to take this, and this is going to go across here just like that. Got to trim it. It's a little bit too long, but I think I can just do that with my paper snips. I don't think I need the trimmer for that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So that's going to go across there like that. I'm going to go ahead and attach that first, and I'll just do that with some glue. I'm done stamping, so I'm going to go ahead and set that black aside. Add some glue. We'll just put that there and there, like that. And then I'm going to use my flower and my 2 leaves, and they're just going to be positioned under the flower. And before I do that, I'm going to take my black baker's twine. This is from the Baker's Twine Essentials pack. I think you get 6 different colors, something like that. Tie a bow. Okay. Now we're going to put this all together. So I'm going to start with my bow. I'm going to attach that to the back of the flower just with a glue dot. So we'll pick that up. That's going to go about right there. And you know how I like to squeeze the knot of the bow behind, because I like my loops of my bows to sort of go down like that. And then I'll take my leaves and I'll just put a glue dot on the end of each of those and tuck those right below the bow. Just adds a little bit of color. This one is soft succulent. It's not the soft seafoam that I used on the first one, but I love this color as well. Okay, so we have that, like that. And then this is just going to rest right there, like that. I'm going to turn this in just a little bit so that it's not going to hang over the edge of my card front, but that looks pretty good right there. So I'm just going to attach this with a dimensional. I'll put a couple on the back here. So I don't know, which die do you like better? Do you like this circular one or the long, or this one that I used on my first card? I love them both. I think they're so cool, and they were fun to use. Okay, so I'm just going to put my dimensionals there like that and just tuck this. Just going to move it up a little bit like that so that my leaves are not hanging over my card front, and maybe squeeze those together a little bit like that. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm going to just add a couple of the frosted dots. And I'm going to use my glue dots again for these. But like I said, you could put a little dab of the Tombow glue, the liquid glue, that would work. So I'm just going to pick these up and put one there. And then I think I'll try to find a medium one. This looks like a medium one right there. And we'll just put that right there. Whoops, right there like that. Those are just kind of offset. And then again, I'm going to just take my fingers and squeeze that sticky part so that it's not sticky, that it's kind of under the gem. Okay, so there's card number 2, and I love white cards. I love white on white. I think it's really pretty. If you like it more colorful, you of course could use like a Flirty Flamingo card base. You could do this in a color, but I'm partial to white on white. I just think it's really pretty. So let me bring the other one in here again to show you. You can tell me which is your favorite. Maybe both are your favorite. I think both are my favorite. I don't know. Oh, Debbie says okay, so people are saying both are cute. Love the long one and then the circle. Cute card. Yes, so they're both pretty different. And like I said, I will be releasing a class. They won't be these cards. They'll be totally different. 6 different card ideas featuring this suite, this bundle, and the paper and the gems. So look for that. That email will be going out first thing Monday morning. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera view back. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me hold these up again. Maybe just get a little different angle. I think I can get them closer to the camera like this. So there's our 2 cards. I think they're super, super pretty. I hope you've enjoyed this today. It's been great to have a chance to stamp with you. I love all of your comments. You know, I read every single one. Don't forget, celebration ends tomorrow. Also, I forgot to mention that with celebration, we know that we have some retiring in colors, and if there are some of those that you either love or haven't picked up yet, now would be the time to pick those up. And take advantage of celebration while you do that, because you know that once our retiring list comes out, it's not coming out yet. We have a month till that comes out, but those things go really fast. So take advantage of celebration and stock up on maybe one of those colors that are retiring is your favorite color. Get an extra pack or 2 of cardstock or coordinating ribbon, that sort of thing. But don't forget about that. And I also forgot to mention that if you place a $50 order this month, using the host code, you can always find my host code on my blog in the sidebar. It's lauramilligan.com. You can always find my current host code there. And I am giving away, as a thank you, for any $50 in product order, a pack of these iridescent pastel gems. Mine is used. I have been using these all month on a lot of projects, and they're one of my favorite gems. They're really sparkly and pretty. So thank you again for joining me today, and I look forward to next Monday. Watch your email for the release of my Irresistible Blooms class to go. That will be coming out, like I said, first thing Monday morning. And so until next time, I hope you have time to be creative today. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.